So aging is inevitable. We can try and do all sorts of stuff to slow it down, but the reality is no one is getting out of here alive. And most of the time, that's okay. We don't really think about it. But sometimes it can really play on our minds and have a massive impact on how we're feeling and what we're doing. So let's just do a little bit of tapping for that. Start off by closing your eyes, taking a nice deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. Then with your eyes closed, just allowing your breathing to come easily, naturally, rhythmically, and take just a moment to really feel whatever it is you're sitting on or against. Just becoming aware of where that connects with your body. Noticing how it just seems to rise up to support you. And as you allow yourself to sink into that support just a little bit more now, I'd like you to allow yourself to think those thoughts you may have been thinking about your own mortality, about the mortality of people you love. Maybe there's a sense of time running out. Maybe it's something you just can't stop thinking about. It's just really doing your head in. Notice how that makes you feel, and become aware of the emotion or emotions that are rising up through your nervous system as you think about death. Maybe fear, worry, anxiety, maybe something else. Just allow yourself to see any thoughts, memories, or images that may be popping into your head. And allowing yourself to hear whatever it is your little inner voice may be saying about this. And take a nice deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. Just take a moment to make a note of the main emotion that you felt and the intensity of that emotion, 1 to 10, where 10 was extremely high. And then we're going to do some tapping. All you have to do is tap where I tap, repeat what I say. But as we do that, just allow yourself to really tune into how you feel. Allow yourself to really notice the images that are playing in your head, if you have any. And also allow yourself to hear whatever your little inner voice is saying. And if you want to say that out loud as we do the tapping, please feel free to do so. So starting on the side of your hand. Even though I feel really anxious, time is running out. I've only got a few years left. And it's really playing on my mind. I choose to accept myself anyway. Even though I'm feeling really quite scared about it. And I'm having trouble thinking of anything else. And maybe this fear is running on a loop. I deeply and completely accept myself anyway. Even though I'm getting really anxious and scared. Because I can't stop thinking about death. Do you know what? It's doing my head in. I don't want to think of this. But I can't seem to help it. And it's really playing on my mind. And it really scares me. And I choose to deeply and completely accept myself anyway. I can't stop thinking about death. Maybe my death. Maybe me getting older. Or maybe someone else's death. And it really scares me. I am really scared by it. And maybe I've been giving myself a hard time for that. Telling myself to just snap out of it. To stop being so morbid. I shouldn't keep thinking this way. I should just let it go. But I can't. It just keeps playing on my mind. And it's really scary. It's making me feel really frightened. And then I just stress about it more. And I can't seem to stop. I just keep hearing, time's running out. Time is running out. And maybe I think about all the stuff I haven't done. Maybe I'm beating myself up for not having done it. And it just feels really scary. And I just keep replaying it. And maybe it's fear for myself. Around my missed opportunities. Around my own health. Maybe I'm really scared about becoming infirm. About having to rely on other people. Or maybe I'm scared of becoming a burden. And I can't stop thinking about it. And I can feel myself winding myself up. And it's really scary. Or maybe I'm really worried about losing someone. It almost takes my breath away. It's so scary. And there's fear for myself there. How will I cope? What will I do? I need them. I can't lose them. All this fear and anxiety in my body. It feels really bad. It feels really overwhelming. And I am scared. I am really scared. And nothing can make that better. Because the reality is, I am going to die. They are going to die. And I can't feel scared enough to stop that. And maybe it's that powerlessness. That impotency. That there's nothing I can do about it. I can't stop it or slow it down. And it just feels really bad. Maybe it feels really sad. And it's painful. I've been trying really hard to resist feeling this. That's why I've been telling myself, don't be so silly. Just snap out of it. Because it's painful. I've been trying to push it down all the way. But the reality is it's there. I do feel it. I do think it. And actually, I'm allowed. I'm allowed to be frightened. I'm allowed to be scared. I'm allowed to be anxious. I choose to acknowledge how I'm feeling. Because I'm feeling it. And by allowing myself to acknowledge it, I give myself permission to be okay. I'm allowed to feel it. And I'm allowed to feel a bit better. Because sometimes this feeling paralyzes me. It's all I can think of. And I kind of go into a freeze response. And I acknowledge that. I acknowledge how I feel. And I give myself permission to function. I acknowledge the fear. And I give myself permission to function. I might also give myself permission to feel a lot calmer. I might also give myself permission to feel a bit better. That doesn't mean I don't care. I just give myself permission. To have a more empowering outlook. Because the truth is I can't stop it. I can't prevent death. It's going to happen. And maybe that scares the fuck out of me. quite frankly, I'd be an idiot if it didn't. Because it's fear of death that keeps us alive, that gives life meaning. I give myself permission to feel really alive. I give myself permission to live to the best of my ability. I choose to live my life. And yes, bad things may happen. But so may good things. And I give myself permission to live. I give myself permission to live to the best of my ability. I give myself permission to do things, to go places. And maybe that even feels a bit exciting. And I give myself permission to feel excited. Because right here, right now, I'm alive. And I choose to feel really good about that. And take a breath. And let it go. Just allow yourself to check in with how you're feeling, what's happened to your number. And it may well be that you need to do a little bit more tapping around this. Please feel free to lather, rinse and repeat this tap along video and really hold in your mind what's going on for you. And if you want to change the words that I use, they suit you better, please feel free to do that. Just allow yourself, give yourself permission to get curious as to why you're feeling the fear. What are you afraid is going to happen? And really get into that. Allow yourself to voice it as you tap, because tapping is going to help bring that stress response down. So have a little play with that. Let me know how you get on, and I'll see you very soon. Take care.